Hey everybody, how's it going? I'm out here on the road again, going on my way to pick up a unit, and thought I would kind of touch base on I guess a question that one guy asked, and it's been asked me, it's been stated before in some of the comments, and I know, like I've told you, there are some of you out there that are CDL drivers that have driven, semis, and of course, all those guys that are non-CDL that don't know. But the question has come up. Well, you can't do more than 600 miles in a day. You're only doing 60 or 65, and it's impossible to do more than 3,600 miles and all this kind of stuff. And guys, just to give you a heads up, guys, there are a few similarities, but there are a lot of differences between driving a pickup and pulling a travel trailer or a fifth wheel and driving a semi. First of all, I don't have to sit in the yard and wait for somebody to load up a trailer, tie it down, make sure it's loaded properly, go to the weight scale, check the weight, come back, have it readjusted. You don't deal with any of that stuff. Let me give you an example of how my day goes when I'm ready to load up, and I'll use the example from Horizon because it's even different for me right now at this point. You get your dispatch through your phone. So I got an app. You get your phone, you get your dispatch. Okay, I already know what yard I'm going to. You get there, you walk in, you pick up your paperwork. It's already got your name on it. It's already there for you. So you get your paperwork, get in your truck, you jump in, it already tells you exactly where the unit's at. You go out there, you go look for it, you find it. Literally, that takes you a couple of minutes to go find it inside the yard, because it already gives you directions. Go to row A, number 3. So you already see the unit. You just go out there and verify it's the correct one with your VIN. And guys, there's really 3 things that you need to check in a PTI of a trailer. A, the tires. I've got an air chuck with me. Go check the pressure. B, the lights. I hook it up, to my truck and check the lights and make sure they're all working fine. And C, I just check the condition of the unit, make sure that there's no damage, no scratches, no things like that. So think about that. How long do you think that's going to take you to do? Literally, it takes me 5 minutes to do all those 3 things. And then the only other thing that may take me an extra 5 minutes is, and I've got an impact in my truck now, so I take an impact, some 100-pound torque stick, and I can go hit all 4 tires with an impact. That doesn't take, again, maybe 5 minutes. So it may take me 10 minutes to do a PTI and torque the lug nuts, and then to hitch up, literally that also another 10 minutes. In the case of a travel trailer, you drop it on. I've got a backup camera. You back up right to it. You hook up, and if it's a power, a power jack, you jack it up. You dump on top. You throw your torsion bars up on it, and you put your saddles. And then the last thing I do is, put my portable battery that I use for the breakaway brake that it has. That's it. Hook up a couple of chains, and you're done. Guys, it doesn't take us as a transport guy, especially if you've already been doing this and you already got a routine down. Man, 30 minutes is taking your time getting loaded up. As compared to a semi, you get somewhere, you go in there, you have to get in line. I've heard about this kind of stuff. You get in line, you wait, you got to wait your turn because you got to back up into a dock. They got to load you up, for somebody to walk in and out in 30 minutes is a dream for them. To get their paperwork, have them loaded down, strapped, and ready to go. That's unheard of. They can't do that. So for you guys that are out there trucking, that's the first difference between what we do and what doing in a big truck. Now, the speed limit. Guys, we're not restricted. We're under 26,000 pounds. Now, those guys over 26,000, yeah, that's different. I'm not going to argue with you there. But I'm never going to go over 26,000. I can do the speed limit, you know, and I'll give you an example here. Last week, I went to Carlsbad, New Mexico. Distance from the dealership to Carlsbad to the location I was going to, 650 miles, guys. All right? I took off at 8 in the morning. I was there by 6:30 in the afternoon. 10 and a half hours. And that's including my breaks, my fuel, you know, eating lunch. I had the salesman with me. So, I mean, that shows you guys it didn't take that long. But again, you know, you go west of San Antonio on I-10, you go up to Fort Stockton, and guess what? The speed limits up there are 80. I was doing 75, between 75 and 80, depending on where I was at. You know, they go as high as 85 in those areas. But guess what, guys? I'm not restricted to that stuff. I don't have that restriction that you can't go over a certain speed limit because I'm not an 80,000 pound truck. Okay, so you know, for those guys that say, "Oh, you can't do more than 600 miles," I can. I did. I mean, it took me literally, you know, a day to go to Carlsbad, New Mexico, where, you know, somebody else it might take a lot longer. Okay. Now the other thing, I came back empty. Or I'm coming up empty, like for instance right now. Again, I can do 70, 75 depending on the speed limits of where I'm at. And then to top it off, guys, I don't have a trailer behind me. So I'm more maneuverable. I can get in and out faster. Personally, I don't stop at the truck stops, guys, to go get fuel because I'm not interested in waiting in line. You know, I've seen those fuel islands over there, you know, like at Pilots and Flying J's. You know, what happens when you're a trucker trying to get fuel? Well, I mean, that's the only place you can go to get fuel. It's not like you can go to the Walmart and get fuel at the Walmart like I can. So, you know, they end up having to sit there, they wait in line, they're doing their you know, maybe they're doing a 30-minute break, but when they're fueling, hey, they got to fill up 50, 100 gallons. You know, my truck right now is 38 gallons. That literally takes me 5 minutes to fill up. And then B, I'm not sitting waiting in line. You know, I got locations that I already have pegged where I can go and I can just go in there and fill up, run my credit card. I don't have to go inside for anything, and boom, I fill up and I'm ready to go. So you know, I just thought it might be something to bring up because you know, there's some guys here that are saying there's no way you can do more than 3,600 miles in a week. Well, yeah, there is, because you know, I don't cut into my drive time because I'm loading or unloading, waiting to unload or waiting to load. You know, now at this point here in this gig that I'm doing right now, I've even got a key to the yard. So that means that when I get to the yard, 5 minutes unhitch, guys. Boom, boom, boom. And you know, if they're there, leave the paperwork inside. Most of the time I'm already getting paid. I've already been paid. But if I'm not, you know, walk in and get a paycheck in a couple of minutes. But that's all there is to it, guys. I'm not sitting there waiting to unload. I'm not sitting there waiting for somebody to come and unload me. Now, if you work for Horizon, you know, you walk in, you drive in, you park. Yeah, you're going to have to sit there maybe 5-10 minutes and wait for somebody to come out and inspect the unit and then walk in with the paperwork. That does take a little longer, but by no means does it take 2-3 hours. I mean, it doesn't take that long, guys. I mean, a PTI, you know, again, a PTI in the morning, what does that consist of? If you're doing a PTI in the morning, checking the tires and the lights on the trailer, and you know, it's really the only thing. I don't have to worry about, you know, strapping down cargo or anything like that. And, you know, my truck, pop the hood, check the oil, you know, check the tires. I mean, you know, I got my tire gauge, but in reality, I don't need a billy club and go around and hit the tires. Why? Because on a car or a truck, you can see when the tires are low. I mean, but I got an air gauge. Again, I can just go and pop them and see what's going on. And, you know, I get my tires rotated once almost every 7 or 10 days. So, you know, on top of all that, I already have somebody that rotates my tires and adjusts my tire pressure based on what I tell them to do in the front and the back. And I mean, so guys, it's a lot different. Is what I'm trying to say. And you know, you're not going to be. You can't imagine it being the same thing as it is driving a semi. It's just not a comparison. It's just night and day. Again, I don't have a sleeper. I gotta sleep in the back of my truck. So yeah, there's another difference right there. Obviously I can get into a lot of places that a truck can. When I'm bobtailing. So guys, just keep that in mind. It's not the same. And I saw one guy looking at my video, and he's like, "Oh, there's no way I can do that, and this and that." I was like, "Dude, it is what it is, and I'm not driving a semi, so don't make that comparison and make that same. Don't think it's the same thing. It's not. Which is, again, it's a pro for us, but again, it's not all pros. There's cons to our gigs too. So just to give you guys a heads up, and then anybody that's thinking about getting into this business, they kind of have in their mind already a set idea of how much miles they can run, and they bring that over from the semi side, and they're like, how am I going to make money? I can only run 600 miles a day. Well, it's not the same, guys. It's not. A slow day for me is running 640, 650 in a day. That's a easy day, and that's, I'm talking loaded. Unloaded, shoot, 70, 75. That means I can do 700 miles in a day, 750. And that's not going to that's not going to hurt me, because my tank on my truck goes 600 miles in one tank, empty. So I mean, besides a 30-minute break, what else is there left to do? If I go and fuel in, it's kind of funny, but when my time logs, they're set up in 15-minute increments. I'm usually in and out in 5 minutes when I'm fueling up, and I'm just fueling, which almost makes it kind of like, well, what do I do? Do I really want to waste 15 minutes saying I was fueling when it literally only takes me 5? I have to figure out how that works, but again, I don't take that long. It doesn't take that long to do a lot of things in this truck, in this pickup. So I thought that would give some perspective to some of the people that want to know, about making money, about how they can make the money, and give them a perspective as how many miles you can run in a day. Yeah, there are going to be days where you're not going to be able to run if you go through construction, and there's days that, traffic jam. I've run into those days too, but usually the next day it'll even out. I can get a good day running the next day, or the next trip I'll make up for it, and that's kind of the way it is for us, guys. But just gives you an idea. So I thought that might help a lot of guys out there trying to figure out whether this is worth it or not. And just keep in mind, guys, don't compare it to the truck in certain respects. You can, but you can't. So I hope y'all are having, enjoying your summer, and take care. A lot of traffic out there nowadays. I've noticed that the last week or two since Memorial Day. So y'all be careful out there, and appreciate you looking at my videos. If you like them, please like them. If you like my videos, please subscribe. I'd appreciate it. And I'll be coming up with another video here pretty soon, and get you a little bit more info on some other stuff. Thanks, man. Y'all take care.